iced tea looking real good over there.
This ain't no party pack.
Look how big the glass is, though. Let me have some.
Nope. Look how big I am.
Let me have some.
No.
I just want to taste it.
Why women always wait until you eating and drinking something to say they want something? We got the.
Why he gotta be so selfish?
We got the whole thing of iced tea in there. You
But
saw me
she
not
got the
making
whole
something.
cup. Like, let me have some.
Bro, you got mine.
That's not the. I just want to taste it.
Nah, you good. What's up, y'all? How y'all doing?
So selfish. It ain't even that serious. Just let me have some.
No, you selfish for not letting me enjoy my iced tea alone.
I hope you get bit by a wasp.
Whatever. Wasps don't bite people.
Well, stung. Your daughter got stung by a wasp earlier.
She thinks that wasps are running around here biting people.
Well, they sting. Whatever.
So look, we decided today that we was thinking about all of like the embarrassing, like funny stuff that's done happened to us like in life, and like we got so many like funny stories that we could sit here and laugh for hours about. Now, like in the moment, it probably wasn't funny in the moment, but like you know how like after like years after you like, man, like I can't believe that I thought that was gonna work, or I can't believe I did that, or whatever. We were just sitting here talking about like there's so many things that I don't know that just come to mind. Do you want me to, bro? Look. All right, so I got one. I remember one time when I was in the military and I was stationed in Alaska, right? Stationed in Fort Wainwright in Alaska. And one weekend I decided to go hang out with the fellas, right? It was me and about 5 other dudes, right? And we out there partying, we drinking, and we getting lit, right? And I come back, you know, to where we were living at in the barracks, right? With my boy Sean. You know, and you know, I go to sleep. You know, I go back into my room and I go to sleep, drunk as I don't know what, right? Go to sleep. Boom.
You was a heathen back then.
I was a controlled heathen. I had it under control. I wasn't out here just.
That's what all the heathens say.
I wasn't out here just starting around in the streets and you know whatever. But so look. So anyway, so I go to sleep. I wake up, crazy hangover. Didn't remember nothing from last night, right? I ain't remember jack, right? I get up, I leave out of my room, I open up my door, and I look in my kitchen, and it's a huge box, a family-sized box of Captain Crunch sitting in the middle of the floor, just sitting there in the floor. There's a couple reasons why I felt some kind of way about this, right? Like, this scared the hell out of me, right? Number one, I don't eat Captain Crunch. I don't eat Captain Crunch. Why do I have a family-sized box of Captain Crunch in the middle of my floor, right? And then, number two, why is it in the middle of the floor? Like, where did it come from? I'm trying to figure out what the heck happened. I look see if my roommate was in there. He wasn't in there, so I know he didn't do it. So I'm, you know, trying to figure out what the heck happened. I called my mom. I'm standing in the corner of the kitchen, scared to death. Like, okay, look, how does Captain Crunch get in here? I called my mom. Like, Mom, look, there's a big box of Captain Crunch in here. I don't know how I got here. I'm scared. I don't know what happened. She starts laughing. She is rolling. She dying laughing. And I'm like, look, Mom, it's not funny. It's Captain Crunch in here. I don't eat that. What the heck? Hang up on Mom because she ain't giving me no help. I eventually started looking through my phone from the previous night, and there's a video of me holding up the phone like this with the huge box of Captain Crunch on my shoulders like this, like, yeah, I'm about to buy this Captain Crunch, and it's the biggest box of Captain Crunch I've ever seen in my life. And I'm on the video acting stupid, saying, okay, look, I'm about to buy this Captain Crunch, and I was like adamant about it, and I went and bought it. And that's how the Captain Crunch got there. That's the story of the amazingly appearing box of Captain Crunch. I went and bought something that I don't eat, that I don't like because I was drunk, and I put it in my floor, and it scared the heck out of me the next morning.
I wish somebody would have caught you on tape for that.
Well, whatever. You got a story?
Let me see. What do you think?
What do I think? What you got?
All right, y'all. How about the time? It was my freshman year in college. I was supposed to be on my way home back to New Jersey to sing at some banquet somewhere, I don't remember. And I went to the Greyhound station and got my ticket And apparently, no more buses were going to be coming out for the rest of the evening because the storm was coming. Well, I'm just sitting outside. I spent my last little bit of money on a taxi cab to get to the bus station. I'm sitting outside, pouring down, raining. I had no idea where I was going. I wasn't familiar with the city, so I'm just sitting there like twiddling my thumbs. What am I going to do? How am I going to get back to school? Well, this nice little old lady drives up in a white SUV, and she says, "What you doing out here, honey?" And I said, "I need to go back to school, but I don't know how I'm gonna get back to school. I don't have no money." La, 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 la. So nice little old lady says, "You know what? Come on and hop in. You're gonna catch the death out here. It's cold and it's raining. Hop in this car and I'll drive. I'll take you back." Nice little old lady. Place emphasis on old and nice. So I get in her car, sitting in the front seat. We driving for about 2 minutes. 2 minutes. And then I see a glance of a shadow out my peripheral. And some dude sits up in the back seat.
So he was there the whole time?
Yeah, he was there the whole time. Sits up. This stocky, all ripped up, red bone young guy, got the gel braids going back, probably like 8 thick braids going back, chinky eyes. I'm like, "Where you come from?" The lady said, "Oh, that's just my son. We call him Red." I knew the story was going downhill as soon as she said Red. So then she looked at me. She said, I ain't say nothing at first. She said, "You look hungry, sugar. I gotta feed you before we go take you back to the school." I said, "Oh, no, you don't. I'm not hungry. I can eat at school."
Red was about to cook you
don't
up some chicken.
you don't have to. You ain't got to do none of that. I'm good. She said, she took off the little smile she had on. She got all straight face. She said, "I have to feed you before you go back to school." Y'all, the look she gave me, I understood. Like, wasn't no getting out of that one. So I said, "Okay, well, I think I passed the Taco Bell on the way over here, so we can just stop at the Taco Bell. You know, I can get 2 soft tacos and I'm good." "No, honey, we prepared dinner already for you." Y'all,
They knew
she
you was
prepared dinner for me
Already. She knew you was coming.
What you mean you prepared dinner already for me? So now it's dark outside. I can't see where we going, can't see what's going on, and whatever neighborhood she was driving to, wasn't no street lights. I couldn't see no street signs, and I told y'all it was raining, so it was the visibility was off. I watched us roll right past Taco Bell, and I'm just sitting there like, oh my goodness, Lord Jesus, what's going on? What's happening? What is happening? Child, we pull up to this house, no lights on in the house. A big, wooden fence going around the perimeter of the house. Couldn't really see nothing else in the neighborhood. I just knew we stopped in front of this house. So she gets out the car. Red gets out the car, and they walk me up to this dark house. And I'm just like, we don't really have to do this. I'm not hungry. I'm good. And she said, "I'm sorry, but I can't take you back until we feed you. We prepared dinner for you."
Already. Go ahead.
So she starts to turn the key. Opens up the door a little bit. Y'all, 2 big behind dogs standing there. I don't even know what kind of dogs to tell y'all they were. Those big, like they're real tall, not a Great Dane, but and real skinny, got the ears that stand up straight. 2 of them standing at the door, like they was waiting for me already too. By this time, I'm shaking, I'm scared out of my mind. go in the house and some other men start turning on lights.
Mm-hmm.
Like they was already waiting for me. She takes me in the house and I'm like, okay, well, let's just hurry up, hurry up and eat. I really got to get back to school. So Red takes me into the kitchen and says, I prepared something that I really want you to take a look at for me. I wrote it while I was in jail. And I don't know how to type. So, I was thinking maybe you could do it for me. Child, he disappeared, went upstairs somewhere, and came back downstairs with this thick manila envelope full of pages he done wrote in script. Y'all know when you get Negroes who done been in jail, they come home knowing how to write script. Came downstairs, and he showed me the front page, and then he showed me the back page, and the back page said 498. So I guess he numbered each page. It was 498 pages that he wrote in jail that now, because he didn't know how to type, I was supposed to type up for him. He was like, I was hoping that before you leave, you could type this up. And I'm just thinking, Lord Jesus, I ain't never gonna go home. I ain't never gonna get to go home.
So how'd you get out?
So, fast forward, I said, okay, let's go eat. The lady said, oh, I left you a towel and washcloth in the bathroom. You have to go wash up before dinner. All right, so I go. She said all this pollen in the air. Had to go wipe my face off, wipe my hands, whatever. She watching me. Come back in the kitchen, and she done made me a plate, some kind of greens and rice and something. And I was thinking, these people probably drug the food. So I watched them eat a bite first, and I take a bite. And she was like, oh, okay, well, when you're done, it's your night to wash the dishes. What you mean it's my
They
night
didn't already
to wash
gave you
the
a
dishes?
job. They didn't already had the towel and washcloth ready for you. They had dinner ready for you.
So then, I'm like, all right, this lady gonna kill me. Let me hurry up and wash the dishes. Mind you, in between me looking at Red's pages and me going to the bathroom, they done stolen my keys and took my cell phone.
She ain't know none of that was going down.
Took my keys and my cell phone. So, and I'm like, all right, I ate. I don't wash the dishes while some dude standing over my shoulder. All right, can I go home now? No. Well, do you know how to, what was the game they asked me if I know how to play? Chess. They had a little glass board. One of them glass chess board, whatever. You know how to play chess? No, I don't know how to play chess. All right, well, before we leave, you have to learn how to play chess. They done pulled out bottles of Amsterdam and chess pieces. A mess. I'm gonna leave some of the parts of the story out because it's a mess. We're gonna fast forward to the end. So after I'm terrified, petrified, going crazy in this house, thinking they about to kill me, in the parts that I'm gonna leave out, finally, he made me make him a Facebook page so that he could keep tabs on me. And his name on Facebook page was Red. And then she gave me a pamphlet, and she said, I just want you to know before you leave here that we are the aborigines of this country, and we're trying to inform as many people as possible. You, my child, are an aborigine. You part of this family, and I just want you to make sure that you get what's yours. I'm trying to help you get what's yours. I'm like, what the bleep is going on? I'm so lost. I'm so confused. So she's like, all right, just promise me you're going to call this number tomorrow about getting your reparations, and I'll take you home. I said, okay, I promise. Put me in the car, dangled my keys in front of my face, ain't never giving my keys back. She gave me my phone back, but wouldn't give me my keys back. So when I got back to school, I didn't have no way to get my room. Luckily, my best friend was in there. And yeah, that was the story of how I got kidnapped for the first time. The guy kept calling my phone for about 2 weeks after that. Silly old me ain't called nobody and tell on him. And yeah, that's how I got kidnapped the first time around.
So as y'all can see, sometimes you got an innocent story, and sometimes you got a situation where you should have called the cops. When you get kidnapped by an
How you gonna call the cops when they took my phone?
I'm talking about after that, when you got out. Sometimes you got a story where.
But I didn't know who they were. What was I gonna say? I couldn't see the address.
You saw the number that they were calling you from. You said he called you for 2 weeks straight, right? After you got out.
Think about that. And none of my simpleton friends ain't tell me to think about that either.
Sometimes, you know, sometimes people, you know, they
I was only 18 and I was slow.
There's serious trauma that goes with being kidnapped by an Aborigine. You know, when you encounter these Aborigine people, there's a hotline, and we're gonna put that number at the bottom of this video that you need to contact if you ever in the same kind of situation as this one here.
You know, mostly I never wanted my parents to figure out that I had been kidnapped.
You got issues.